Yo, so we're back again.
We're having some problems with the connection, so we hope it doesn't happen again, but sorry about that. Um, yeah, I'm totally forgot what I was saying now, but yeah, I was discussing the drums, so let's get more into detail about that. Like I was saying, EQ is very important on your drum sounds and choosing the right drum sounds to start with, and then for this clap, for example, it was a pretty loud clap, and because compression can be used sometimes like this is a maximizer, which is kind of like a compressor, but we lowered the threshold so it makes the sound kind of like flatter. It takes out the dynamics by making the lower part, the quieter part louder and the louder part softer, so it becomes more like as Dead Alive would say, a sausage. And then you can turn it louder without being like a peak in it, so you can work on that. And you can put it in the mix without it clipping the rest of the stuff. Yeah. So these are the drums in the drop. It's pretty basic. We have a kick, a clap, some drum fills, hi-hat comes in after like 8 beats. So that's another thing which is important, like to keep it kind of going. So try to find how to add new stuff in after a certain amount of time, like 4 or 8 beats, mostly 8 or like 16 actually, without overdoing it, but to make it to keep it interesting. Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, so I guess drums is not that important. I mean, it's not that interesting. So, if does anyone have questions? Yeah, something else like our drums. We put a limiter on it because we didn't want our drums to clip before it went to the master, so we put a limiter on it, and then we sent it out to this bus, which is we call the drum bus. And on that bus we did some compression just to glue all the drums together. This is a great plugin called TubeTech, which is a like high-end compressor. Sounds great. It's kind of like the wave stuff also, but yeah, what else? So
Synths, please. Any Danny Lynch asks for synths, please. Suki's watching. Hey Suki, what's up?
So basically, in most of our tracks, we have the 3 most important layers, 4 most important layers: drums, bass, chords, and then the synth. And
Maybe
sometimes we skip the chords or skip the synth.
Maybe you want to show the different melodies separately, like this layer you just played.
Yeah. So yeah, these are all the chords. You can see it's all audio. So I'll show you. I'll tell you later more about which synths we used. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of chords. And yeah. This is the first one. It's actually by a plugin called Amber. Really cool plugin by F Expansion, and it has some like quirky sounds. And this layer adds, as you can hear, hopefully, a little bit of tremolo in the sound, so it sounds interesting. It keeps the chords interesting because there's a little movement in the sound. Second layer is more of a harsh, in-your-face kind of electro synth, and yeah, that really drives the track, so it gives it the punch and the chords we need. This is more of a spacious layer. This is a lot wider than this one, and a lot like softer, like not as harsh, so it fills up the mids for those chords. This is another like the electro, the one we showed earlier, but a little bit louder and a little bit even more harsher.
Everybody's asking for the master chain, but we're gonna get there in the end, so be patient.
And this is actually a combination of synths we use a lot, and we use it in like Album Myself, we use it in Discopolis Remix, like almost every track, Turn Around. And it's the layer of like Nexus, Silent, a couple of stuff, but yeah. The basic thing I want to tell you about these chords is that you have to search for sounds, search for presets, or make your own presets or adjust them, so that they each have their own function in the whole track. So don't choose 4 presets that sound massive and then put them together and expect it to be even more massive, because then they're just gonna sit in the way of each other. So like I showed you here, we have one that's in the background doing some like tremolo stuff, then we have one harsh one, another one that does the mids a little bit wider. Yeah, so those are the chords. Then obviously the other very important synth going on is the lead. These are quite some layers. Let's see what they do. So basically for the layers of the lead goes the same principle, like don't use too many sounds and let them not all do the same thing, but try to
Sidechain, asked by Kelly Fruit, just sidechain.
Sidechain. First layer is this like percussion lead. We use this because it gives it like that tick at the beginning of the sound, as you might hear. So it really, like the tick in the beginning of the sound, like the attack on this particular sound, makes it cut through the mix. Sometimes you can do it, for example, by just using a little white noise at the beginning of every note. Like just use the white noise on silent, for example. Set the decay very low and the sustain very low, so you just have like a tick on every synth note of your lead, so you get like a nice attack on your leads. This is I think it's the same as this one, which is a Nexus preset on I think the EDM bank. And the thing is, what makes this lead interesting, as you can hear, is all the automation, like the pitch bending and the tremolo. So yeah, it's not too static. There's stuff moving around, and that's always what we try to achieve with our synths, to keep them interesting and keep things moving, to not make it too boring. Because if we would just put these notes in and it would be just straight notes, then it would sound probably way less cool. And right now it sounds cool because of the pitch bending and the tremolo. So this is like I said, the Magnum of the EDM patch in Nexus. And then we actually use it again, but then because I guess in the mixing process we thought we needed some more high in the lead sound, we used the same one, but then we pitched it a 12 up, so an octave up here in Ableton for you guys that use Ableton, on Complex Pro, so it doesn't sound too fucked up. I think we had some problem with the connection again, but we're back.
Software using Shavlik Barrel, it's Ableton 44100 or 19600. Gigahertz.
First, usually. Yeah, so this is the actually I didn't know we use it in this product. That's why I told you.
Hey Joyce, who is it?
It's like the white noise click. Then we have this one, also a Nexus preset, I believe. Tremolo, very important on that one, and the pitch bend as well. This is actually a sample we put in the sampler, and then put some stuff on it. I think we used the Saturn on it, which is a really cool plugin. I'll show you really quick. It's this one, and it has some cool. It's like saturator. That's what the name saturator comes from, I guess. And it gives it some crunch, some sounds, like it make it sound cool. And you can do some cool stuff with it. So check it out for sure. What else? What else? That's basically for lead wise. Okay, Steve is showing our tour schedule for a second. Next up, let's go to the bass. Three layers. Let's see what they do. This one is Serum. For those of you who know, it's a very cool plugin. A lot of like dubstep, electro presets and stuff, but you can do really cool stuff with it. So yeah, this is just bass. We probably, hopefully, yeah. We did some EQing to like let it sit with the rest of the. Yeah, by the way, this EQ, it's called Pro Q from FabFilter, and it's a really nice spectrum analyzer, and you can like change the EQ in real time, so you can put this on pre and post, so you see the signal coming in before the EQing you're doing, and then the signal after you EQ. So you see like this one in the back is before. The new one is this, so we cut out the low, and you see it happening on the scale. So that's cool. Second layer, another electro-ish kind of bass made with silent and a lot of saturation. And this is the bass, the actual sub bass. It's with silent. We always use this one, or most of the times use this one. It's a nice sub. I think the preset's called something like Tube. It's in this basic.
Need better quality, bro. I'm sorry. The quality cannot be better. We are on an island, so yeah, the quality is not that good, guys. I'm terribly sorry.
But yeah, it's like we said, it's a silent. We put the pitch, the envelope. We put the envelope, the amount of envelope really high, and then the decay really low. So the pitch, you hear like a tick on the beginning to help the bass cut out more. And processing wise, the question that came earlier, EQing a lot. So you can see this dip here. This is where the kick hits. I can probably show that too. So yeah, this is the EQ for the kick. And you can see this is where it hits hardest. Like this is the peak frequency of the kick, the most important frequency. So we took it out, took that frequency out of the bass. And yeah, so that's the thing I was telling about making your bass fit together, like trying to EQ it, and obviously the sidechain.
Rafa Riano asks us, can you teach us how to master? We're gonna come there at the end of the project. We're gonna show you some master tips. But for now, we are where we're at.
Let me quickly tell you about, like, you see that we made everything audio, and with all the bass, as you can see, which is also another good tip we can give you on how to make your bass fit with your kick, is to like bounce it out to audio, and then try and like cut what you don't need. So for example, this sub bass, normally it was like this, and if you look really closely, like these parts, we cut them out to save, as you can see here. We cut them out, so
Everything that's not needed we cut out so the mix gets cleaner.
and especially with the bass, it's very important because those two are taking up a lot of headroom, like the kick and the bass. If they don't work together, your track is gonna sound really not loud in volume. You can put as much maximizers on it as you want, but it's very important to keep to make it work together. So yeah, chords, bass, lead, drums. And then we have another category called extra, which is like basically all the extra little sounds you don't necessarily hear when you listen to the track, but it adds. This guitar sample, for example, we like cut it up so it sounded nice and cool. There's like choir sample, also loose samples that we put together and made a melody out of.
Which sample packs do they use?
Mostly like Vengeance, obviously everybody uses that, but try to like use it in a creative way. Sample Magic has some cool stuff. What else? That Sound has some really cool drum stuff. I'm not sure which. Niet te veel om te zitten al die. Yeah. So I guess that's it for the elements of the track, and then the basic arrangement of the track is kind of like a classical EDM track: intro, break, drop, first drop, second break, second drop, and then outro. And then a lot of questions about the mastering. So this is our master chain. So as you can see, the first thing on it is this utility from Ableton, which is basically just a volume control plugin, and we use the automation on this to lower the volume in the breaks. So put it up or put it at 0 in the drops again to make the drops really stand out compared to the break. So yeah, that's a good tip, I guess, if you're struggling with finding to creating your to make your drop sound fatter. And it's not always by putting more stuff in your drop and making it as fat as possible, but sometimes it's by taking stuff out of your break. New merchandise coming soon, by the way, but you'll hear more about that.
Can we hear the whole track now? Kalle Fruitlund. We'll play it at the end of the.
Yeah, I guess you can look it up on YouTube too, but we can show you. The rest of the mastering really quick. An EQ here. Basically we took out a little bit of the bass, boosted it a little here. Took out this frequency because we have a studio that is kind of small at home, and like we've been used to producing in that same location for so long that we taught ourselves, like, we know whenever we play it out that usually because of the environment this part in the mix is too loud when we play it on other systems, so we take it out a little in the mastering chain, and then boosted the rest a little, took out the very highs, but you can't even notice that probably. And then we use this beauty, which is called the PSP Vintage Warmer, really nice analog compression slash saturation plugin. Little bit low, little bit high, like very high and low around 100 hertz. Yeah, so that's like around where the kick is. And actually our limiter and the last thing on our master is what surprises a lot of people, the sausage fattener. The good old sausage fattener. Yeah, it's not everybody uses it, and you have to be very careful with it to not destroy your whole song. But a little bit of fatness and some color really opens up the mix, and it's usually what we do on our master.
Saket Goon, hey, thanks guys for doing this. You're welcome, man. We like to do this for you guys so you can keep up with what we're doing. Haha, nice design. Carol Fredlund, Ira van Gestel, Ableton.
One other thing quickly is another mastering thing is that we bust all the things that we wanted to be more stereo. We bust to this channel here, 129, and we put this T-Rex on it, and we just used the basic I think it's a classic compressor, you get this one, and then we basically turned off all the compression settings and just use the stereo enhancement. So it's like a stereo enhancement tool, so it widens it. Don't use too much, because then when you play it on some systems it will sound really weird, but just using a little can really widen up the mix and the whole track. And then that goes to the master chain that we showed you earlier. So yeah, I think that is most of the track. Right, Steve?
Yeah, it's a perfect heart attack. Okay, Uriel. Paint on Ableton, so we can play the track right now. Lekker bezig, jongens. We are again. How many sounds make up your track, Steve Salt? We use about 129 layers, so I think that will pretty much answer your question.
As you can hear, by the way, the track is kind of like stuttering because of the latency. Like it's so much going on right now in this project.
So that's it.
Yeah, let's keep it with that. If you
Let's
really
keep
want to
it up.
listen to everything, you should check it on YouTube probably, or Beatport and buy it.
People
Maybe.
buy it, support us. We're number 5 now at the progressive chart.
Last time we checked, yes.
Keep-
And
Last time was
today,
a couple
yeah.
hours ago. Tomorrowland, unfortunately not. I'm sorry. Maybe next year.
So yeah,
Can you do a video in higher quality tutorial?
we will. Like, sorry
We
guys
will.
for the kind of messy setup and the interruption in connection, but it's kind of a last moment thing because actually I didn't think we even mentioned it while we're here.
Yeah, we are here in Corfu because we're shooting the video clip of Magnum actually, and yeah, basically the internet is really shitty around here, but everything.
For those of you who don't know, Corfu is in Greece.
Corfu is in Greece. It's really beautiful here, but unfortunately the signal is not so strong. So,
but we're shooting a video which is going to be insane. We have some of the best camera guys and beautiful.
Hey, Danik is watching. Yo, Danik, what's up? Demos. Send it to info@DubVisionmusic.com and we'll try to have a listen. Which song was that? That was Magnum, released 10th of June on Revealed Recordings. Where are you guys at? What part? It's an island of Greece, so it's not the second but the third biggest island of Greece. It's pretty big. It's on the west side of Greece. Love you guys. Love you too, Calvin Kuit. What's up? What's up? So ask us anything, man.
Is that Avicii? No, I get that a lot. I look like Avicii, but I hope not too much because. But yeah. How old were you when you started producing music? Yeah, pretty young. I guess I started when I was like. Actually, we started with piano lessons. That was the first thing we got in touch with music, and then we all did that. I started producing when I was around like 11, 12 till now, which is 27, and Steve joined me a little later.
I was later. I was an architect before, but I did always music on the side, and then actually when I was pretty old, for you guys who don't know how old I am, I'm 34, but I switched when I was 30. Ghost Produce Masterclass. I don't know what's with the ghost producing, but we don't ghost produce. Where are all your samples at? The USB stick? No, the USB stick actually is the Nexus, so that's you need that to activate the Nexus VST on Ableton.
But we have.
That was what I was talking about earlier. It's really fucked up because if you don't have the USB, you can't use the
But at home
VST.
we use an external hard drive for our samples. I have some sample packs on this laptop just to go around, but at home is the big library, and whenever I take a project on the road, I collect and save everything so all the samples stay in the project.
Upcoming tracks. There's some stuff coming, but we cannot talk about it. There's a remix of Chainsmokers Inside Out coming out soon. Afrojack, Hey, we did a remix for, and we recently we came out with a remix of Bulletproof of Nervo. Check our site out, www.dubvisionmusic.com. You find all the stuff, or on our Facebook. It's also DubVision Music, or Twitter, or Instagram.
What's your favorite food? Scarlett Carter?
Tacos.
Tacos. Nou ja, for me personally, I think Asian food, Thai food.
I like it also. Can't wait for Magnum. The video, it's coming up. We're working on it. Stefan Everett, how do you control white noise of the detuned lead without sounding bandpassed? I mean filtered.
Usually you can control it by actually going into the synth, and then there's usually like in Silent there's a layer that does the white noise, or like in Massive there's a section that does the white noise, and you can control it, turn it down. But sometimes it can be very hard. If you turn it down too low, it it doesn't sound sharp anymore, and if you turn it out too high and then on too many synths, it sounds too much of a white noise. So yeah. You excited to be back at Ministry on Friday, Rosie? Yes, very excited.
We're very excited.
Can't wait.
New sound is insane. Thank you. What plugin do you prefer?
Condi Costan.
Condi Costino.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, like Silent, Spire, Serum, Massive, Ace, Nexus, basically. And yeah, you just saw like the Tube Tech compressor, for example, the Saturn we use a lot, Trash by Isotope we use a lot, the Sausage Fedner, PSP, Vintage Warmer. So yeah.
So
We're gonna do, I think, a couple more questions, and then I'm afraid we have to stop soon.
do you got some tips for beginners? Take piano lessons.
And try to find your own sound. What is your guys' record label now? We're not signed anywhere. Like you obviously know right now, is that we're doing a song on Revealed, which we're very happy with, and we love working with Revealed, and we're gonna keep working with them. So expect something
In the
of
future.
us in the near future, probably sooner than you even think. But right now we're not signed anywhere, so we can release wherever we want.
Are you coming to Slovenia again, Luca Rosman? Yeah, probably we are. Keep an eye out on the schedule.
Yeah.
On Facebook, there's a tour section, or on our website, and then you will find out where we are. Any general tips?
Eat healthy.
And use baby wipes.
Look behind you. Oh shit.
Look behind you. Whoa.
Any pair of headphones you can recommend for producing, Adrian? No, yeah. Actually, not that one.
Not that one, but that one. Yeah.
I think Biodynamics is called.
Hi guys.
Y-E-R. Bayer.
Are you guys gonna tour in the United States? Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Later.
we're coming to New York, Lavo soon. It's confirmed. Actually, I saw today, and Phoenix, and some other places too.
So I think we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna show you a little bit more of where we are at the moment. This is the pool. This is the house. We have a little DJ booth right here. It's dark. So there you can see some of the people. And we have these sweet golf carts right here. Victor, say hi. What's up? What's up? So guys, we're gonna wrap it up.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, and we see you soon. And keep an eye out on our pages. And keep an eye out for the next stuff that's coming out, probably on a label
Yeah.
very nearby. See you.
Peace.